Hey guys, welcome back, and today we have another week of box office, so let's get into it. Make sure to like, sub, and comment. Up first, we have Juliet, which went from 100% to 100% for 7 performances. Last week, 1,715,481. This week, 1,276,642. Now, typically, a lot of shows see huge decreases due to post-holiday, so none of these shows are in any big trouble. As you know, Juliet has Charlie D'Amelio in it, and their stunt casting, because before the stunt casting happened, Juliet, box office-wise, was not doing super hot, and so we will see what will happen in the future. But in summary, I do not think this will close in 2025. I think it might close like at the end of 26. I think that they've got enough legs, and they didn't do horrible last year, but they definitely are seeing the steam come out of their show. The Louis Armstrong musical did very poorly this week, or last week, 78% and 733K, which wasn't that amazing to begin with, and this week 65% and 500K. Again, I think this show could close at any point, honestly, so I guess it's a we'll see. Back to the Future finished off strong with 100% capacity and 2,007,838 last week, and this week 1,875,633. Cabaret went from 98% and 1,490,054 to this week's 99% and 1,412,704. So it has definitely done a lot better than it did when the star of Moana, whose name I'm sorry I can't pronounce, I don't want to butcher it, when she wasn't in it because she was doing promotion for Moana 2, but now that she's back, it's doing actually pretty decent. Again, I think it's gonna go past March, even though I think they should close in March, but I guess even though Blazada and I don't remember who the guy was. I'm getting this off of Sweaty Oracle. Yes, I listen to Sweaty Oracle, but guess what? A lot of the times, Oracle has it right. Sorry, but I mean, literally, it's the truth. Death Becomes Her went from 98% to 96%, and 1,559,210 to 1,253,424 for a very solid week. Alf, and I believe it's final week, 95% to 81% for 7 performances, and 2,295,548 to 1,214,944. Gypsy did not have a full week of performances last week, but it did this week for 97% capacity and 1,799,134. Hadestown held on very strong from 101% to 101% and 1,347,322 to 1,100,493. Hopefully it can continue to maintain these numbers, as Hadestown has been struggling since summer of 23, and they are only here because of stunt casting. So hopefully the show won't close anytime soon, but again, the truth is the truth. They need stunt casting for the show to succeed financially, and I do wonder/worry what's going to happen in the next couple months, as it seems like they don't have any stunt casting coming up. Hamilton sold out 2,938,288 last week, and 2,379,897 this week. Hell's Kitchen, 99% last week to 93% this week, and 1,797,728 to 1,206,645. Another fantastic week. Maybe Happy Ending is officially a success. Last week, 99%. This week, 98%, like I predicted. 1,019,324 last week to this week's 932K. A fantastic week for Maybe Happy Ending. It is officially going to make it to the Tonys. If you look at the next couple of weeks, it's very much going to stay in that 90% capacity range, and 900, 800K, maybe a few 7s, maybe a few 6s, and it can take that. But again, we don't want it to stay in the 6s past 700K for a lot of weeks. 700K is like the minimum. As long as it doesn't go past that for too many weeks, we're safe. And again, I've gone on ad nauseum as to why the show succeeded. Check out my other videos for that. But suffice to say, Maybe Happy Ending got its happy ending. Mulan Rouge, 99% to 99%, and 1,686,456 to 1,361,876. So it is doing good despite no stunt casting, and Boy George is coming in to essentially save them from closing this year. 6, 100% to 98%, and 1,367,523 to 1,152,028. Suffs ended on a high note, selling out and having its highest week yet, 1,273,704 last week. This week, 1,349,647. Sunset Boulevard had one of its weaker weeks yet, but still fantastic. 97% for both weeks. Last week, 1,804,291. This week, 1,593,868. The Great Gatsby, 99% to 100%, so it actually went up despite 7 performances. And 2,618,359 to 1,889,677. I mean, what is going on? The average ticket, 181. Can't believe it. The Outsiders placed at 102% capacity for both weeks, and 2,015,452 last week, and 1,892,155. Wicked sold out, going from 5 million to 3,294,179. So overall, fantastic week for most shows. Not a lot has changed in terms of predictions, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next couple of months. But I think the show that we're all kind of holding our breath on is maybe Happy Ending, and I think it's going to be just fine. But there's a lot of shows coming in the spring, and so I'm very interested to see what happens with what shows live and what shows die. On the Wicked film, it is currently sitting at 680.6 million as of January 5th, which was about 2 days ago. And that is a fantastic number. You know, even with streaming, it's going to pass 700 million next week. But again, I think it's disappointing that it didn't get to $1 billion or not close to $1 billion. I know that they've still got China, and with the Oscar noms and wins that they might get, this probably will end out around 750 to early 800s. Still a financial success, still one of the highest grossing movie musicals. Movie musicals are back. This is all the fantastic success it needs. But as a producer of Wicked, as a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, it's a little disappointing. But again, I think that's because they released it on streaming too soon. Moana 2, The Lion King, Sonic, I think that if Wicked had a lot more time to breathe, I think it would have been making more money by now, so I think that it just had a lot of strong competition. But anyways, those are my thoughts for this week. Like, sub, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.